Welcome back. Here with us on Bazaar Morning Call. And now it's time to talk about stocks because there are lots of stocks that are in focus today. And our team is standing by with the CNBC-TV18 list of top stocks to watch. Guys, morning to all of you. Let's start with all that glitters. Is it really gold? Senco Gold is the company. Mangalam, they're raising some money?
They are raising some money. You know, it's a QIP that has opened today with a floor price of 11.39. That's about a 2% discount to yesterday's close. So not a deep discount, but remember the stock is already corrected about 24% from an all-time high itself. The size of the QIP, we don't know until it closes, but the board in October itself had taken an enabling provision of fundraise to the tune of about 500 crores. And remember, this comes nearly 18 months after the company had already raised about 270 crore of fresh capital via IPO. The only difference then and now is the price. The IPO issue price was 317. 18 months later, the raising funds at around 1150 odd rupees. I see positive here because one, there is not much discount. The stock has already seen a correction. And the second part is that in the third quarter, which has seasons in terms of Diwali as well as the wedding season, is typically strong for jewelry companies. So see the stock in green today.
Okay, all right, Mangalam. Thanks a lot for that. Well, let's hop across to Abhishek. He's here to tell us about a couple of names, Awfis as well as Indian Overseas Bank. Morning, Abhishek. Take it away.
Morning, Nigel. So to begin with, sources tell that there will be a block in office space solution. The sellers are BISC Limited, Link Investment Trust as well as Peak Partners. So floor price is at 680 per share, a discount of little more than 5% to yesterday's closing price. The deal size is about 583.4 crore, nearly about 12.2% of the outstanding equity may exchange hands in trade today. The lock-in for the residual stake is about 90 days. And the book running lead managers to this issue are ICICI Securities as well as IFL Cap. Indian Overseas Bank, they have received a second time, refund from the income tax department in this quarter. So yesterday they have received an order of refund of about 1,359 crore from income tax department for the assessment year 2015-16. Now earlier in November, they had also received an income tax refund to the tune of 1,238 crore. That was for the assessment year 1920. So in totality, nearly about 2,600 crore of income tax refund is seen in this quarter. Remember that the PAT in Q2 was close to about 777 crore. So they may have one-off in this quarter with respect to their P&L. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Abhishek got that. Thanks very much. So IOB on our radar as well. Vivek is watching out for a whole bunch of stocks. Let's look at his list. Vivek, good morning.
Good morning. Whole host of infra, cap goods, as well as renewable energy stocks on the radar. First on the list is an infra company, Edgy Infra. The company has received a letter of award for a road project from the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. This particular project is in Uttar Pradesh, and the company will be executing the project via the hybrid annuity mode package. The total cost of the project is in excess of 760 crore. The second stock on the radar is NTPC Green Energy. The company has received or has won a 500 megawatt solar power contract in the SECI auction, which is the Solar Energy Corporation of India. The tariff for this particular auction is at 3.5 rupees per kilowatt. Along with that, the company will also be setting up an energy storage solution system. Along with that, keep an eye out for BEML as well. The company has received an order from the Ministry of Defence. This particular order is for a 50-ton trailer supply. Contract value at a little over 80 crore rupees. Remember, order backlog currently quite strong at over 15,100 crore. Lastly, PNC Infra. Remember, the company has been barred by Morse from going ahead and actually participating in road tenders for a year. But the company has informed the exchanges that its arm, Hathras Highway, has completed a HAM project worth 738 crore. This has been done ahead of schedule. So the company will be eligible for an early completion bonus.
Okay, all right, Vivek. Thanks a lot for that. Well, let's wind this down then with Vamakshi, who's tracking a few more names for us. Morning, Vamakshi.
Well, good morning, Nigel. Let me first start off with Shriram AMC. The board has approved issue of 38.8 lakh preference shares aggregating to 105 crores to Sanlam Emerging Markets. Who will in turn be classified as a promoter of the company and will acquire joint control with the existing promoter, that is Shriram Credit Company. This attracts an obligation of a mandatory open offer, and therefore Sanlam as well as SCCL have announced an open offer for acquiring nearly 26% stake in the company from the public shareholders at an offer price of 270 rupees per share. Triveni Engineering is the next one that I'm watching out for, and that is because they will be amalgamating Sir Shadilal Enterprises into Triveni Engineering. Keep in mind that both of these companies have very similar operations, verticals of sugar as well as distillery, and this in turn will lead to consolidation of operations, operational synergies as well as elimination of duplication. In addition to that, they've also decided to spin off the power transmission business, or the PTB business, which will be vested in a separately listed company, that is Triveni Power Transmission. This in turn will enable independent value discovery and unlocking of value for the companies, and in fact shareholders of Triveni Engineering will receive 2 shares of Triveni Power for every 3 shares held. Lastly, let's keep an eye out on Sudarshan Chem, going with the green on this counter because the board meeting is scheduled on December 13th to consider fundraising via preferential issue.
Okay, all right, got it. Thank you, Vamakshi, for that. So lots and lots of stocks to watch. Let's quickly recap the list then. The ones that have positive news flow: Senco Gold, IOB, HG Infra, NTPC Green, BEML, PNC Infra, Shriram, AMC, Triveni Engineering, and Sudarshan Chemicals. The only stock with negative news this morning is actually Awfis Space Solutions. All right, let's take a quick break on that note. Come back on the other side, and we will connect with Deven Choksi for some fundamental stock talk.